that work. Okay, we have audio now for me. Let me do the desktop thing now. Thank you, Bagel, for letting me know. Yeah, I am not hearing anything. Okay, hopefully that'll be everything.
Nope.
Yep, there we go. Predicted pit stop strategy. Wets. All the way around. Full wets. This is... And somebody is into the wall already. This is a reverse grid. So our championship leaders are in the back. 11 and 10th. This is a huge one.
Oh, this track looks extra spicy. That's a few people that's went around on the formation lap.
There's somebody else off.
I mean, we're getting a projected no pit stop race.
So, oh, Bagel is... Oh, that's right. You can crash on. I thought Bagel was out already. There's Angry and Huggy being reset. Wow. And this is just formation. This is just the formation lap. Let's get everything set up for you guys here.
This is treacherous. I'm sure there's a few drivers, but mainly two that did not want to see the rain. Although I do believe one of them did.
I think CJ said he wanted to see rain. Is that correct? Did I read that in the chat?
I'm sure DJ wanted rain. That's could change things. The last thing you want is caught up in somebody else's accident as well.
That's true. So, let's throw it out there for you guys to make the race a little bit tougher on the championship leaders. It's a reverse grid. Fixed setup. They're gonna have to race from the back. They're gonna have to get through to the front cleanly. Whoever wins takes the championship. Is that correct? If one of these guys wins?
Yeah. Whoever if the situation came around where it's a 1-2, whoever's in front between the two of them is the winner of the championship.
Now there is a really outside chance that these guys could tie. If that happens, the champion is tie on points. I mean, if that happens, the champion is the driver that had the most wins. Correct?
Yes.
And looking through, that would be DJ CJ. So his chances are looking a little bit better. He's starting in front of BXTN. If they tie, he takes it. If he wins, he takes it. And they are off. Already we're seeing cars dart out to the sides. Split.
Oh, BXTN just went into the back of his own teammate and lost a bit of wing.
Not good, not good. Let's jump on board.
DJ is already up in second.
Wow. Wow.
That bit of
DJ
wing
wants to get this done.
Is he going to have to pit for that? That could be costly.
On board with BXTN right now. Guys, you're going to have to excuse us. The focus, you know, has to be on DJ CJ and BXTN right now. It just has to be. That's what this race is all about. Everybody else is just a chicane, a moving chicane, right? DJ CJ in the first place. BXTN really struggling right now as... who was that? Rum.
Contact with Rum that puts him on the sausage curb. I think he's going to have to box it up. It was his own teammate as well.
Unfortunately, I can't see his front wing. Codemasters,
He's
you need to
got,
give us way more views. Way
he's
more
got
views.
he's got no end plate left side.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be struggling getting around this track. You can see as just drivers are running away from him. He's in the box. He's in the pits.
And we've got Huggy Bear in well in front as well. That's
Did not want to see that. Was really hoping to see these guys race. That's not to say that BXTN couldn't come back, right? I mean, he is a great driver.
yeah, and we've got the possibilities of a safety car round here as well, especially in these conditions.
I don't know.
Already DJ's got 3.5 second lead nearly up front.
I don't know if BXTN is a praying man, but if he is, now's the time.
Yeah, he needs the racing gods on his side, as Christian Horner would say.
So right now, BXTN is sitting directly behind DJ CJ's teammate, who is Huggy Bear. Both drivers really seem to be struggling. Both Huggy, I meant, and BXTN seem to be struggling in these wet conditions. DJ CJ, it's just a drive. It's a Sunday drive to the store for him right now. If you're DJ CJ right now, what are you feeling? What are you thinking? What are you planning to do with this kind of a lead over your rival?
You got to keep it sensible. You don't want to take any unnecessary risks in this situation. You know, at this point you've got it. If you can drive and there's no safety cars, you just need no mistakes. You just need to drive this to the line. Don't push too hard, don't take that extra risk on the corner that you might think, I could take an extra little bit in there on the curb.
At this point, it is DJ CJ's race to lose. Jumping back on board with BXTN. He is a full 15, no, excuse me, a full I'm looking at the wrong guy. Full 2.5 seconds behind Huggy Bear. Huggy Bear is a gatekeeper right now. I don't know if Huggy and DJ CJ are on the mic together right now, but if they are, I gotta believe CJ's offering him a lot of money. No, I'm just playing. Them is just jokes.
40-second gap between BXTN and DJ at this point.
40 seconds.
Big gap.
If everybody just decides to drive sensible right now, I don't think BXTN can catch up. Not in these conditions.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate start. Saucy monster goes round. Manages to keep it out the wall though.
Safe restart, that's good. A re-entry onto the track. BXTN is able to get past Huggy Bear. 12 seconds between him and Angry now. Man, BXTN is being super gentle around these corners. I can't blame him. I completely understand it. But unfortunately, I think he's... Well, let me ask you. If you're BXTN right now in this situation, what do you do?
it's the same as DJ. You've got to keep it sensible. You've got to not take that unnecessary risk. Hope for a safety car. I mean, I'm unsure if the conditions are going to clear up. I mean, you know, we could see an option to get onto intermediates towards the end of the race. It's not looking like it anywhere near it now, like, but just keeping it sensible. Because if you have another mistake at the back here, that's probably game over.
I mean, the track is pockmarked with small puddles. Anything that has paint on it on the ground is crazy slippery right now.
Yeah, and the exit of turn 4 and turn 8, I think it is, just before you go up the hill, they're probably there's not a lot of traction at those two corners. Especially turn 8. Turn 8, there is no traction in the dry, so you can imagine how bad it is in the wet.
I have to admit, this is not the start that I expected. This is not at all the start that I expected.
Yeah, I was hoping to have the two of them fighting all the way to the end. Unfortunately, we don't have a replay system to go back and see exactly what happened off the start. But I know BX10 did go back into the back of his own teammate, which cost him that end plate. He nearly lost that there. That was a nice catch. It looks very, very slippy out there. Safety car deployed.
This changes everything. This brings BXTN back into the fight. Websy takes 5 seconds for a severe collision.
Huggy's behind the safety car, but I don't think he realises the light is green and he's supposed to be going by.
I'm going to give you guys the view that DJ CJ sees from his own car. Should we take a listen to what he has to say right now?
BXD and hit him off to spin him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it depends if it's... Oh, DJ's coming in the pits. DJ's coming in. He's going on inters.
Wow.
That's a big move. Is it ready for inters?
There's a line. But there's too many puddles, I think. There's way too many puddles. Am I wrong? I feel like there are way too many puddles.
I think we might be on the crossover because the majority of the field is coming in. It looks like they are going out on the inters. That would mean BXTN has to stop again though, which he is. He's coming in for the inters. Huggy Bear managing to sneak in front of BXTN in the pit entry though.
Will Huggy get out first? Oh, BXTN going through some repairs, it looked like. BXTN out on the enters. Let's check the tire situation for everyone.
Yeah, I believe.
Rum did not come in. That puts him in the P1. He's still on the full wets. DJ CJ on the enters. Cotton still out on the wets. Jewel entered. Angry full wets. Anton enters. Saucy Monster full wets.
And that's after a stop.
Websy full wets.
Webs
Huggy
stopped as well.
enters. BXTN enters. We lost Bagel. Bagel says he's done with this. It's always seems to happen to me. Hope you guys had a great season because mine was punishing. Sorry to hear that, bro. These are unexpected conditions. Just no way to prepare for it.
So Rums came in for inters.
Cotton's in, Angry's in, Saucy's in.
It's interesting because Websy did come in. Websy's coming back in for the inters. I think he realised
Wow.
that's going to cost Websy as well.
That's a lot.
He did pit when
BXTN
the safety
passes.
car came out.
BXTN able to push up into P7.
DJ retakes the lead after Rum making his pit stop as well. I imagine this is more than likely going to be the last lap behind the safety car.
Alright, you heard it here. Evil's calling it. Safety car in this lap.
Well, the pack is not bunched. It'll be interesting to see if the safety cars go stay out. But I think there's a possibility of it coming in.
Now, is it the drivers? Right now, they would have seen all that carnage. Are they worried about that happening on the restart right now? Safety car in this lap.
DJ will take the pace. That's a horrible last corner as well, because where do you go? What moment do you pick up the throttle and go? You don't want to go too early, because the car behind can get a slipstream all the way down that long straight.
I'm on board with BXT and he has to make the moves.
DJ has went, DJ is gone. So we're back group racing again.
You can see the rain is still falling. I still am just questioning the tire change right now, but everybody has made it. That's what I miss. I miss feeling it. Like, I can't feel what's going on right now. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're going to have that anxiety of just one wrong press of the throttle and you're going to go round. It's quite anxious to drive in the wet, to be fair.
BXT and pass Anton Seaport Pro. Let's take P6.
And Cotton has to go in for a drive-through. He did get a drive-through during the safety car. I don't think he's stuck to the delta.
Ooh.
So that should clear another car out his way when he goes in for the drive-through.
CJ just trying to keep it clean. Is stepping away from Jewel. CJ passing the pits right now. Let's jump on board with Cotton. He does not go in yet.
Yeah, I think he'll have 3 laps to serve that drive-through. I'm sure he... Yeah, he does have a drive-through. I was just double checking that I did see that correctly.
BXT and now chasing Huggy. I don't think Huggy is going to make it too easy. That being said, Huggy is also in a race with Cotton right now.
Looks like Huggy got a little bit out of sorts on the curve there. And this will be down to the driver as well. I mean, wet conditions, no DRS, so you're not going to gain anything on the straights with DRS advantage.
Right, right.
You're going to have your battery deployment, so I mean, you're going to have to harvest as much as you can to attack and defend.
Okay, so I'm not seeing as many puddles now, so it is definitely drying. But that being said, rain is still falling.
Yes. I think that safety car probably came at a perfect point for a tyre swap. Cotton did come into the pits here to serve his dry for it.
Copy that, Bagel. I'll definitely reach out to you. So with Cotton in, that puts BXTN into P5. Huggy P4 is probably going to want to finish this race with at least a podium at least on the podium.
That was horrible to watch.
What happened? What I miss?
Saucy Monster just reset himself to track, which you're not supposed to do, and he reset in front of Cotton and wrote Cotton off, unfortunately. So
Oh,
that's a big no-no, unfortunately. So that is taking Cotton out of the race.
wow.
That is a full safety car deployment as well.
Oh, this is an interesting turn of events.
Webb's a drive-through penalty under the safety car. So again, that's not slowing for the delta that you're. I think you have to slow 40%.
Right.
DJ picks the safety car up. So this is going to bunch the pack again.
This is everything BXTN needs to get back into this fight.
He got a little bit closer to Huggy. I thought he was going to take a bit of his wing again.
BXTN needs to calm down. I think he might be driving a little bit angry right now. Cannot do that. I guess unless your name is Angry Scotsman. Let's go through the field. DJ CJ in first, right where he needs to be. Hoping to stay there. Jewel P2, a fast driver. Not really sure how he is in the wet, but he's definitely keeping up. Rum P3. I can see Rum being a spoiler in this race. Rum wants to take home a win. Rum wants to take home a win. I can see him being a spoiler. Huggy P4, the gatekeeper right now. He sits between BXTN and all BXTN's dreams. P5 BXTN. After what can only be described as a horrible start. Not saying it's on him, but it was a bad start. Looking to get back to the front, or up to the front. I mean, he's never really been there. Anton C4 Pro and P6. Angry and P7. Webzy taking his drive through right now, I think.
Is that a set of slicks?
He is. He's on the soft tires. What is he possibly thinking right now? Saucy Monster is doing the same thing. It's still raining. I still see rain falling. Okay, I need you to explain this to me, Burrow, because I don't understand.
At this point, I mean, is Websy out? feeding back information to his teammate. Are we at the crossover for the drives already? I mean, looking on board with him, I don't think so. I don't. It might be on the crossover point, but I think it'd be dangerous. I think he might be feeding information back to his teammate at this point if it's time.
Let's
See
jump
if he
on the
can get in.
BXTN and see if he goes in then. I still see the rain falling. I can't imagine it's time.
I mean, that dry line will be getting drier. I mean, if you can keep it on the dry line, if you come off that dry line, or go through a puddle in a braking zone, that's going to end in disaster.
If you even touch the curb.
So we are going to have another lap behind the safety car. Is anybody else going to jump on this? Is DJ thinking about it? No.
Jumping on board with DJ, he's going past.
He's gone in,
Wait,
he's
he
going
just
in.
dipped in.
That was last minute, but that was still legal. He did not cross the chevrons that I've seen, so.
BXTN jumped in as well.
Medium compound.
What am I missing here? BXTN's on the softs. DJ CJ's on the mediums.
I don't think the softs would go to the end because the front right around here takes a beating. I can't see the soft staying with it. The track, yeah, the rain is stopping. The track is looking exceptionally dry at this point, I'd have to say, for what it looked like a lap ago.
It does, and I no longer see the rain.
Few specks here and there I'm seeing, that's it. Just on the camera runoff, I think, but I can't see it falling, so there is still going to be damp patches out there to be careful of in the braking zones.
More than that, these two drivers are together on track once again. It's all to play for once again.
Is BXTN going to have to stop again? No, I think mediums would have been the safe call at this point.
Yeah, I cannot see you going half the race on a set of softs.
No, I mean, I done some practice round here in that front right, and the front right took a beating. 4 laps on the hard compound for me was on 18%, and that was on the hard compound.
Safety car is in this lap. I'm on board with BXTN.
Yeah, BX10 is going to have a bit of an advantage here on the softer compound, but I think those are going to drop off.
I would imagine this track has got to be really cold right now too. Somebody's around. Huggy was around. BXTN and Rum come together once again.
Oh, this minor wheel-to-wheel contact between BXTN and DJ, but they're both still on the track. No damage that I can see.
Slight touch.
I think you're right, BX10 is starting to drive a bit of aggression here, and it may not end well. You don't want to send it down the inside of the wrong corner. And I know what wheel-to-wheel contact's like in this game. They could send you round.
DJ CJ P3, BXTN P4. 4 points between them. This is just craziness.
Got a DRS will be coming back online in like 1 lap if we're on a dry circuit as well.
Two very different tire strategies.
A sector 3 yellow. So you can't overtake the...
BXTN has the run. BXTN is passed. BXTN to P2. DJ CJ drops to P3. Still holding on. Websy out front. That's BXTN's teammate. Websy, the first driver to jump onto these soft tires. I think DJ CJ is getting a lot of understeer in the car, in the wash of BXTN's wing. Struggling to hold on.
Interesting, we'll go see with Aston's here. We're going to see effective team orders happen here.
It
doesn't. I mean, that looks like they're racing.
It really does, doesn't? And that is not how it's been all season long. BXTN on the outside. In with Websy. Websy is into the pits. Why is Websy into the pits?
Medium compound. Did he get damage? I don't think he's got damage.
I'm looking at his car. It doesn't look damaged to me at all.
Oh, he had to go. Yeah, he got a drive through. That's right, he got a drive through.
Oh, I thought he already served that. Okay. I think Websy could have done a little bit more to help his teammate. I'm not gonna lie.
There's rain again. There's rain on the track. It's raining coming into sector 2.
Jewel, the only driver still on intermediates. Did he make the right call? Is he the only driver to make the right call? I see the rain falling.
I've done that at Austria. I'm not sure if you remember that.
Yes.
I stuck with the tyre that I thought, and it paid off. I mean, Joe could be looking at a win here if he's made the right call.
BXTN and DJ CJ have some serious thinking to do right now. Do they come in for the intermediates? Not on this lap. DJ CJ has DRS. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Unable to make the pass. He'll get another bite at the apple here.
We've seen how quick the track dried. Is it going to get wet just as quick?
Second DRS not able to help. So, right now, the only driver out here that's pushing water off the track is Jewel, right? Everybody else is just kind of floating over anything that's wet on the track with these tires.
Doesn't look too wet out there just now, but it's going to start getting... You want to box at the right time because you don't want to be on the track when it's too wet on slicks. That's probably the worst thing to do. I mean, they're going to have engineers in the rear telling them the weather forecast, how long the rain's on for. We unfortunately don't get that information in the commentary box. I wish we did.
I do too. BXTN really needs to charge his batteries. DJ CJ not faring too much better on the battery front. Still using DRS. These soft tires, I think, go.
The clinical part will be when DRS gets switched off. That's when FIA decides that the track's too wet.
So, let me ask you this. Did BXTN jump onto the softs knowing that he was going to have to go back to the intermediates at some point.
It's a possibility. Faster tyre, try and take the lead of the race before you have to box again.
BXTN using a whole lot of curb, making me nervous. DRS is just not helping right now.
Yeah, the more BXTN has to fight and defend, though, the more like those tyres will wear down. I mean, he's going to be pushing that car, wearing the tyres more than he wants. That track is looking wetter. We're getting close to the crossover, I think. You can actually see it splash on the actual track surface now.
Yes, you're right.
I think we're coming to the point. Decision's got to be soon. This lap or next. That's definitely coming into Inter territory. So Joe is going to be laughing at this point away back there. Well, he is quite far back. It's actually really far back.
Websy
out of the race. So, somebody going to blink? No. And is that car going to get cleared with a safety car?
This is it. DJ CJ with the pass. BXTN will have a chance to take it back right around this corner.
As Websy's car's cleared, no safety car required. I think it's got to be this lap, surely. The Inters, they're sliding. BX10 took too much out of the tyres. He's going to feel that a little bit more if he has. I think, yeah.
Oh yeah, you see BXTN's car just really kicks the rear out.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to come in Inters this lap. It's got to be.
This is Formula 1, but BXTN is driving like this is Formula D right now. BXTN has to come in. He has to come in this lap. The question is, will DJ CJ jump in as well?
I think they've both got to come in. The track's too wet.
DJ stays out. BXTN dives in. Is he going to go to the inters? He's got to go to the inters, right? It's got to be.
Yeah, got to. Anton coming in.
Why am I seeing another set of softs? BXTN went to another set of the softs.
So is this rain not hanging around long then? I mean, what is going on?
Jumping on board with DJ. So is he going to stay out then?
Yeah, most drivers are putting back slick tyres on. So is this rain due to stop?
Saucy still on the softs. Angry still on the softs. BXTN put on a brand new set of softs. Huggy still on his softs. Anton went to a new set of hards. Jewel, the only driver, still on inters. Rum on a four lap old mediums.
I mean, I've not actually seen DRS being disabled yet.
That's true. But, I mean, you're seeing the rain hit the track and splash, like you said.
Yeah, that's wet conditions. I mean, as far as I'm aware, DRS is still active.
DJ CJ in. Oh my goodness, how much time did he pick up?
What's he looking at here, hopeful? That's Greenwall Inters. That's Inters.
He's on the inters. That makes more sense to me. Jumping on with BXTN. I don't... Yeah, BXTN is sliding. He's got to come in and change. That was a huge mistake going on to another set of the softs.
This angry Scotsman takes the lead of the Grand Prix. This is all so confusing.
Right? Saucies on the new set of inters. We knew BXTN goes onto the inters. Huggy's on the inters. Anton's still on his hards.
That's 2 stops for VXTN. No, that's a lot of time to lose. That is a lot of time to lose. Now we grab it. DRS disabled.
DJ CJ on angry now. Is he just gonna let him by? Or will he fight? Angry on a set of softs.
Yeah, Angry
He's
looks
got
like he's
no
struggling
bite.
out
Yes, he's letting him pass. Good man, good man.
there. Angry will come into the pits for inters, I'd imagine. That's a bit slippy out there. It's got a yellow flag in sector 3, what's that? RPK rum in the pits, retiring the car.
Wow. 7 drivers left.
And at this point, 10 laps to go.
Expecting to see
Look at the
Angry
gap.
come in. There he goes. BXTN now sitting in P4, soon to be P3.
It should be XTN who
Oh,
came in
maybe
on the
not.
Oh,
Angry actually might be able to get out ahead of him. Yes, Angry is on his way out. BXTN is not there. BXTN is going to remain in P4.
yeah, Saucy Monster gets past.
Nope, BXTN did get past. BXTN P3. Saucy Monster between BXTN and
I mean,
DJ CJ.
Look at the gap.
It's
one person's got this right. One person's got it right.
I don't understand. Somebody needs to explain to me why he went on to another set of the soft tires. Was it a mistake? Was it a pit crew mistake? When selecting tires, did he just accidentally, in the rush of things, select the wrong tire?
That is that's a good strategy call from DJ though. It's 25-second lead.
So once again, all DJ has to do is drive it home. Relax. You don't push, right? You don't mess with the curbs. You don't mess with the paint. Just drive it home.
Yeah.
BXTN has got to be swearing in his car right now. BXTN P2, but he's still so far back, over 26 seconds.
"26 seconds and 8 laps to Quorum." He's got to be sitting there hoping that DJ's about to make a mistake. That could be all it takes, one mistake.
The only thing that can happen now is if somebody comes and drops a bomb on DJ CJ. He's not making this. He's not going to do anything foolish, right? He's being super careful.
I mean, again, how wet is the track? I mean, is it going to get to the point of full wet, so we're going to be safe to finish on inters? See a lot of puddles forming on that track again.
You really do. I mean, Jewel stayed out. And unfortunately for him, he was just so far behind. I think if he were in the mix when all this happened, he'd probably be the driver in P1 right now.
Yeah, I think he lost a lot of time keeping them on in the little dry stint we had there. So many curveballs getting thrown in this race. This is turning out to be a really enjoyable finale that there's been twists and turns all over it.
It really has been. At what point does BXTN just have to go balls to the wall, all out, push the throttles all the way forward?
I mean, looking at him, he's driving right now. I think he's pretty much there at this point. I mean, it's getting to the stage though. At what point do you admit defeat? It's a horrible thing to think, and it's a horrible thing to say. But has he lost his chance of the championship with that pit stop?
I mean, there's always a chance. There's always a chance. There's no doubt that DJ has not brought this home yet. A mistake could easily be made. But he's making the gap bigger. It's up to 27.5 seconds at this point.
Yeah, he's extending that lead. So if he can bring it home safe, I mean, we could be looking at the season 11 champion right now.
And I haven't even spoken about it, but CJ was last year's champion too, so he's defending champion, right?
Yeah, I think he was, wasn't he?
Once again, CJ's race to lose. Wow, as he just really is continuing to extend the gap. I think BXTN really is pushing, and unfortunately for him, it's not having the effect that he would want. Jewel looking pretty good for a P3. We'll have to be happy with that no matter what. It was a daring risk to stay on the intermediates.
Yeah, but then, I mean, are these tyres going to drop off? I mean, 20 laps old? How much life are left in that original set of inters, especially putting them through a dry stint?
That's true, that's true.
How much of the surface have you burned off them? I mean, I know in real life we've seen, I think it was a couple of years ago, it was crazy, I think it was Silverstone. The drivers had intermediates on when it was dry, and when they came back in to Park Fermi at the end of the race, those intermediates were slick. So, yeah, I mean, the inters can be pushed, they can be abused. I mean, yeah, I mean, Joel maybe making the right decision to stay out to grab yourself a podium here. Top 3 with no penalties either.
Pretty amazing. BXTN able to claw back a few tenths. Not nearly the 27 seconds he needs, though.
At this point, the fastest lap point goes to Huggy Bear, well, 1:18, which I'm pretty sure is a dry time, so...
That will not change.
Yeah, it's just the points on the board for finishing the race. We do have a car off in sector 3. It's just been disqualified.
Anton just got disqualified for facing the wrong way. As he pulls his car off, or the AI pulls his car off, Anton done. DJ driving past him now. Heart in his throat, I'm sure.
The track's green again, so that car's off the track now.
BXTN now 31 seconds back. Almost, Well, there it is, 32 seconds. Wow, Jewel
Jewel.
about to pass him. Jewel is going to make the end of this race extremely interesting. There he goes.
BXTN just at the
Just
point where
let
he's
it
admitted
go.
defeat. It didn't look like there was much of a fight there. I think,
Not at all.
in his head, he knows it's done. But again, 3 laps to go.
Jewel
comes
goes
in.
in. That's interesting. Are those tires that bad?
Is he going to try? What's he going on? He's going on the full wets.
Yeah, that's blue wall tyres. That's full wet tyres.
Is he trying? There's no way he can take the fastest lap. Not against a
No, I
dry
mean,
time.
No, you're never going to beat the dry time on wets. I wonder if his tyres would. I mean, that's full wet conditions out there. But even if DJ had to go in for wets, he's got a clean pit stop behind him.
Absolutely has. There's no way that his pit stop would be over 36, almost 37 seconds.
DJ's staying out.
Oh, would you have stayed out? I don't know that I would have.
I mean, if he goes, I don't know, if he goes in now, he's going to fall down to potentially 5th, depending on other drivers pitting. You got to imagine, you got to feel for BXTN. He's going to be sitting in that car, probably pretty gutted. I've been there a few seasons ago. I think I lost the championship by a couple of points to Websy on the last race, and it's a horrible feeling.
Absolutely.
It's just like somebody dangling it right in front of you and then ripping it away. It's gut-wrenching.
Huggy into the pits.
And there's still a couple of laps to go, and the track is really, really wet.
Huggy's on the full wets.
Angry gonna stay out. This could be a really good finish for Angry as well.
BXTN now 41 seconds behind. It's literally going to take somebody dropping a bomb on DJ CJ right now.
Yeah, Angry looks like he's struggling on those inters.
Absolutely.
DJ just doesn't look like he's phased by it. He's a man on a mission. He's a man wanting a championship. He's hungry for it. And he might just have the job done.
Two championships in a row.
Yep. Back to back, and I remember speaking to DJ a couple of races ago, and he didn't think it was even going to be possible. He had doubts that he could take this, but I think he knew in the back of his mind somewhere that there was always a possibility there.
Yeah, I've spoken with him a couple of times, and I know he said that the first 6 races he felt were his absolute downfall for the entire season. So he's got to be feeling good about what essentially is just a beautiful comeback drive.
BXTN picks up a 3-second penalty.
45 seconds back now.
Joe makes his way past Angry. That is so wet out there.
It absolutely is. It looks worse than when we started.
Yeah, still riding on board with DJ, he's still just throwing it into these corners like there's nothing.
He's got to be feeling untouchable right now.
That's
Invincible.
It's the last lap. One more cycle with Portugal and job done.
Let's ride it home with DJ CJ. your season 11 champion. Calling it now. I know somebody is in their car swearing up a storm right now. Not gonna say any names, Angry, but get it out while you can, buddy. What a race. I know there's got to be a time during that dry spell that DJ CJ was really just sweating it.
That's an amazing drive.
I was questioning whether or not he should have had the softs to compete, but his call was right. There you go, jumping back on with BXTN. See his drive home. CJ did not make a wrong call this entire race. Unfortunately for BXTN, going from soft to soft and then straight to inters from there.
Still, I mean, that's still a good comeback drive for the opening lap for BXTN. He lost a bit of his wing, forced into a very early pit stop.
I will say, coming out to P2, incredible drive by BXTN. Got to give it up for him. He's had a great season. He does get to live with the comfort of being Constructors Champion alongside Websy. Hopping on with Saucy. Well, let's go back to Jewel because everything's put. Oh, Jewel does get third. Time penalties, I guess. What a race. Again, round of applause for all these drivers. In the rain, fixed setups. Great race, guys. Great race. Huge congratulations. 2 times champion here in the MSR. I'm
3
Mr.
points.
DJ CJ.
3 points of the gap at the end. When these results go in, it's 3 points.
Wow.
That's all it came down
3
to, man.
points.
That was perfect call, perfect times. Just
Let me capture all this stuff. Wow. So what do you think? Returning world champion.
that's huge. He came back, he defended that championship, took it all the way to the last race. Started on a deficit, starting at the back of the grid. Both of them. Both of them managing to come through, but DJ managing to take the win he needed.
Amazing drive by both drivers for sure. For BXTN, with all the missteps to still finish P2, incredible. Wow. What a race. What an absolute race.
There was so many twists and turns in there. Amazing.
I did not expect it to be this great of a race. But these drivers absolutely delivered. So there you have it. DJ CJ, once again, your world champion. BXTN and Websy, your constructors champions with Aston. Wow. Uh, Bagel wants to have a chat. So you want to meet me in the interview room?
Yes.
Is it the yeah post race interviews? I see it. All right, see you in there. Bagel, if you can hear me, if you're still there, actually,
How do I bring you up?
wow, great fight.
2 seconds. I'm trying to.
Drivers, any of you guys want to do a post race interview? Please
Yeah, let's go into the interview waiting room, Falcon.
copy
I'm not
that.
sure how this actually works. Need to do a bit of work on that for next season.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I mean that was something. That was enjoyable. Yeah.
Is there a way to bring Angry in? I actually have some questions for him as far as how he was feeling at the end of that race. It looked like he was gonna end it with a possible third or fourth.
He's not back in that channel where we were, so not able to drag him, unfortunately. Yeah, it looks like
Bagel,
he's went off.
Bagel, can you
Yeah,
hear us?
yes, I can.
What's going on, buddy?
Well, not much. Um, on the race start, I got a iffy start, but then an AlphaTauri came up on my inside, so I went a little bit more straight on so I can take the turn wider. I'm pretty sure it was a Mercedes that hit my rear. The Angry spun in front of me. Then I don't know who it was, but they slammed into my side. My whole floor was broken, so I couldn't make up that pace. And then later on, I spun and hit the wall.
It's unfortunate. That's the tough thing about a no or a fixed setup race, and then something like rain gets thrown into the mix. Looks like we also have DJ CJ in. But his mic is muted. I mean, what do you think for next year, Bagel? Are you coming back?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm just disappointed with how this season went, especially for how short it was for me. But next season, I really hope I can get into a Haas because Williams, I feel like just isn't working for me. And yeah, these cars are all different, but I just have bad luck in Williams no matter what game it is or what simulator it is. I just need to get out of the Haas or the Williams.
I absolutely understand that. I do not like the Williams either for the fact that their dash is on the monocoque and not on the wheel. For me, that interferes with information that I'm looking for while I'm turning. When I race, I guess it's important to know that I don't race with any HUD at all. So I rely on what I see on the wheel of most of these cars. And so if I'm in the Williams, it's very difficult for me. So I mean, I can understand preference for cars, and actually, I guess Evil can let us know when will car selections happen. Do you have that information yet?
It should be this week. Anytime between tomorrow and the weekend, that will be announced in the Discord. There will be a stream where the teams are selected. Obviously, same as usual, they'll be selected randomly through the program that we always use. So unfortunately, it does come down to luck of the draw again. But then again, it's a new era. It's a whole new generation of Formula One car next season. Going to have to learn how to drive again. Everything's going to be down to ground effect. So some of the cars people didn't like before, they might actually be a good car.
Oh, we just lost DJ CJ. He's back. CJ, can you hear us? Looks like we have some mic issues with him.
Hello?
There you
Oh
are.
my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new world champion. Congratulations. What a hell of a drive, bro.
Thank you very much. That was turn one was a dream.
So I gotta ask, I mean, yes, turn one was crazy, but you made a decision to go onto the medium tires at a point where both Evil and I thought the track was still way too wet. What prompted you to do that?
I kind of had an inkling that Buxton BXTN would do the same. You know, he had nothing to lose. So the only difference of opinion I had was if it was soft or medium, and I believed that at the crossover point from intermediate to or soft to intermediate or dry to intermediate at the end on the second piece of rain, that the mediums would be better at that crossover point than the soft. And so I took a risk, knowing that if I didn't, it probably wouldn't have gone the right way in the end.
That risk absolutely paid off. For a moment there, you were falling behind a little bit, but then the mediums came on, I guess, as BXTN's softs were going off. And then the rain comes again. You jump onto the enters, which was expected. I don't know if you know this or not, but BXTN went for another set of softs
Yeah,
after
I
that.
knew. Yeah, I thought it'd be close on exit. I thought I might get it because I think I was 7 tenths ahead into the pitch when he pitted. But I've just spoke to him. And apparently, he didn't mean to pit to softs. He meant to pit to inters, and there was an issue or something. I don't know. I thought I would have come out ahead, and I thought I had the pace. I've had the pace in the rain all season. But yeah, it was unfortunate for him. It was unfortunate.
You actually said in the chat before the race you were hoping for rain. What was it like seeing the rain come at the start?
Um, I was happy because I thought I had the pace, but when you've got to get past a lot of people, you know, it's not a pleasant feeling to know. I don't know.
No,
Oh
I mean,
dear.
That start, I mean, you were up to P2 by what, turn 3?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was actually a surprise. I was trying to find your name, like, my God, he's way up there.
yeah. All kind of. It was just a big collision, and all I heard was I can't repeat it obviously because you know expletives, but there were some Russian expletives from our Russian colleague, and I saw him sideways across the track. So I just tried to keep out of his way. That was it.
While all that pileup was going on and you were slicing your way through it, I mean, what's the thought process there? Like, how did you know where to put your car? Because that was incredible.
It's a lot of luck. I think it's Webbsy braked incredibly early because he's on no line and he's turned his assists off. So I didn't feel there was a bit of pressure. Me and BXTM were side by side, but he was on my left and Webbsy was in front of me on my left. And then he braked and I knew that no one was coming past me. So I felt no pressure. Just had to try and go quite slow and not hit anyone. And worked out. Worked out all right.
Absolutely.
What a long season.
So we've spoken, and you've said that you thought the beginning, the what was it, first 6 races, I think you said, kind of you felt like it was writing your season off.
First 6 races were terrible.
So
Yeah,
so this must feel like the comeback drive of history for you.
I don't know about history, but these last 4 races have been quite intense. Yeah, been yeah. Looking forward to a Tuesday night. Oh, yeah. Oh, hold on, I've got a question actually, because I'm privy to a bet vouching.
Yes, sir.
So is what's Angry's forfeit?
He has to. He can't swear anymore. He's no longer allowed to swear for a month, and he's gone. Like, I wanted to talk to him.
I think he might be gone because there was a few swear words trying to sneak out.
I
So,
know you're
I don't
watching,
think I'll be
Angry.
Angry's
I
favourite.
know you're watching.
uh,
But man, what a drive! What a race! BXTN actually had a really great race. Um, Considering you both started from the back, you both moved to the front. He, like you said, he kind of got caught out by Websy, I guess, and broke his wing. Pitt still was able to get back up to the front and to challenge you. Um, are you expecting more of the same for next season?
it'll be vastly more competitive than me next season. I'm gonna try and get used to this wheel that I've bought. I've been playing controller all season. I'm gonna turn the assists off, and I'm gonna be racing against Angry, I think, and Stank Bagel. They'll be my new competition. There's nothing wrong with that. I've got to start all over again.
So, what's your wheel, if you don't mind?
I don't know. I think it's a Thrustmaster something or other base. I've got the open wheel attachment and the TCLM pedals. I don't know. I bought it at Christmas, and
Wow, you've had
I have not used it.
That is,
wow. Okay.
that's a good setup. I run the Thrustmaster base with the Ward Cell pedals, and yeah, you feel the car. Stick with it. You might hear a few rough races, but it's worth it in the end.
Yep.
Bagel, you just switched over to wheel and pedals as well, right?
Yeah,
How are you feeling about it now?
I'm feeling fine or better. I'm still half a second off of what I used to be, but yeah, just these last races just haven't been working for me. Keep ending up in the back.
Definitely stick with it. So F122 is going to be for the next season. What kind of changes are you expecting, CJ?
Going to be hopefully better than this. You know, still quite a few bugs. I'm expecting it to be quite challenging in slow speed corners. I think that's what we're all hearing. I don't know. Hopefully, it'll be a better all round game than this year.
Right.
And I can't wait to play F1 live. I don't know about you, Evil. I think that's going to.
Oh god, game changer. Can't wait to spend all my money on that. F1 wife, or you need the salary of a real life F1 driver to furnish your home.
And what about you, Bagel? What are you expecting out of F122? Do you think it'll be better for you? Worse? About the same?
Well, I really hope it's at least closer. Because I think still, even though, like I said before, these cars are set to equal for the league, there is still minor differences in these cars just from the way they're built. And I really hope it changes in F122, making it even closer than what it is now. because like I've said, the Williams, even though all these cars are set to the same, it still has a slide over steer that I really don't like.
There's definitely a mentality to it. You know, if you don't have faith in the car, and that was an absolute issue for me for a really long time, then yeah, it's always gonna feel bad for you. One good thing though is everybody's gonna have to learn these new cars, so everybody's starting out kind of on equal footing. Hopefully, you'll just be able to put in a lot of practice time in the beginning. Evil wins the start of the season. Do you know that date yet?
Um, hmm, provisionally, and I say this very eagerly, provisionally, we'll be looking the 12th of July, but that is pending the first patch. There has to be a first patch on the game. There
Right.
will be bugs. We will know there's going to be bugs. We need to make sure multiplayer's stable. There will be practice sessions in play. The Tuesdays that we're not racing, especially, there will be practice sessions. There'll be more through the week. I'm assuming everybody that's got the game is going to be on and practicing, so there will be lobbies set up by some of the staff members. Hopefully, get a group of us together and get out there and learn. That's I think that's going to be key on 22 is learning. I mean, ground effect, new aero, the cars are supposed to follow each other closely. There's a few differences people's going to have to learn, and yeah, slow speed corners and stuff. New generation. It's interesting to see if we're going to have people rising up the grid with these changes. I think it's about who learns the setups first, and where is it? There's going to be a key to unlocking the best setup. It's going to be who finds it first, I think.
Everybody have their teammates all set up.
Yes, I think we've got a couple that will be teamed just before the stream. Waiting to hear if Rum is able to join us next season. It's unfortunately not going to be clear until next week until the game launches. I think everybody fingers crossed for Rum. He's able to somehow get access to this game and stay with MSR for another season.
So stop me if this is delving too deeply into that, but I'm kind of confused. Is it access to the games that he's having a hard time with? I thought it was access to Xbox Live.
No, I think he sorted the Xbox Live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I think it's
I
going to
think it's
be purchasing the game now, isn't it?
yeah, and possibly a problem on hard side of. I don't know how he's managed to get the Xbox Live. I don't know how. I think EA is. I don't know what they've done. Don't know what they've pulled out of or stayed in. But it's
Yeah,
looking
Gotcha.
a bit odd.
Hopefully, though, hopefully he can get something sorted and get the new game and keep racing with us because he's a good driver out there, and I'm sure a lot of people enjoy battling with him.
I enjoy
Absolutely.
it for the 10 laps it lasts before he makes a mistake. I could say that because he's my friend. It's all right. It's fine.
Bagel, any last words before we sign off?
So Evil, what you said with the practice sessions, is that like preseason testing in a way?
Effectively, yeah.
Alright, well,
So
expect me to be
the
there.
the idea will be get everybody into their cars before the game launches, so that everybody can jump in their car and start getting used to it a couple of weeks before we start getting setups locked in. Because the more practice we get on these new cars, the better, I think.
Alright. Yeah, last things I really have to say is just I really hope it's a better season for me and the other drivers that were towards the bottom.
Well, now is absolutely your chance. Get in on the ground floor. I don't know if you've pre-ordered it or not, but if you have, what is it? The championship edition. You get 3 days early access, right?
You'll get to
Yeah.
play
Yeah.
that 1 week today. You'll get that Tuesday next week.
Nice.
I've pre-ordered it, the Champions Edition, so I get those few extra days.
So definitely take advantage of that. Two-time world champion. I'm Mr. DJ CJ. Any last words?
No, but thank you all for a great season. Thank you, Bouchin, Evil, Angry, the rest of the drivers. You know, it's been we've had some challenging times, but we came out firmly on the right side. We moved forward, and it's been a great season in multiple facets. And thank you for that.
Absolutely. And let me just say thank you to you. Most people probably don't know DJ CJ is a great recruiter for the league. Brought in a lot of these drivers, and we really appreciate the hard work that you put in. So thank you for that, for sure.
Yeah, he brought me here.
Evil, any last words before we sign out?
Yeah, I've got a few. Yeah, I mean, amazing drive for everybody this season. That was amazing. Seeing a championship go all the way to a last race. Seeing stipulations effectively going in. You can effectively say punish the two championship contenders in the last race and still overcame it. That was one hell of a last race to see out this season, see out the game. And yeah, huge thanks to everybody. Amazing driving for everybody on the grid. We appreciate you. This week wouldn't exist without every single one of you. And yeah, to echo what CJ said, it's been a tough season on the track, off the track, behind the scenes. It's been tough. We got through it. We came out better. And yeah, huge thanks to the staff team as well, because again, this would not be possible without every single one of you. So looking forward to next season, and looking forward to uninstalling this game in about 5 minutes.
Great idea.
And yeah, come back season 12. I mean, I'm feeling racy. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just going to leave that there. I'm feeling racy.
Guys,
Oh no.
say again.
Oh no.
Guys, season 12, just a few short weeks away. If you're not racing in the league and you're on the Xbox, MSR is a great place to race. Great drivers. As a two-time world champion said, he's making friends there or here. You can come in here and make friends as well. I want to thank all the drivers for putting out a great season once again. And yeah, we'll see you guys for season 12 in the F1 22 cars. It is going to be wild. Ground effects for the win, guys.